Ready? Started. Mr. Deputy Chairman, Sir, the railways has been a very big undertaking in the artery of our country. This is managed by nearly 20 lakh people, except bringing food grains and pulses under the purview of a standard freight. It is good that the Minister for Railways has not increased the freight charges and passenger fares for the coming year. It is really a welcome measure, and I must congratulate him for giving a year of rest for stabilizing the rates which have been revised last year. Sir, for the efficient management of any institution, of any public undertaking, the foremost thing is the scrutiny of service and the contentment of the working men. I am sure most of the members would also share my view on this. Therefore, sir, there should be a good relationship between the working railwaymen and the government. To achieve that end, I, on this occasion, request all the trade union leaders to unite themselves to make one union so that they may have good contact and coordination with the government. They should also see that their representatives who are known for honesty and integrity are associated with the railway board so that the matters which crop up are settled amicably. Sir, this is a public undertaking which is mainly meant to serve the people and earn revenues. When we want to serve the people, we should give them a satisfactory service. Then alone we will be able to attract more passengers to travel in our railway trains and more people to transport their goods in our railways. So, many members in the lower house and here also have spoken about unpunctuality of trains and also cancellation of trains for want of diesel, sometimes on account of natural calamities also the trains have been cancelled. Therefore, there have been losses to the public travelling in the trains and also goods during transportation have been spoiled. So, sir, when we want to give a satisfactory service, punctuality and good relationship with the travelling public by the railwaymen is necessary. I see, sir, during the past period, there were several reasons for the unrest of the working men, and those have dragged on, and it has put to the railway to a great loss. Still, I am told that about 10,000 people have not been reinstated, particularly the lower class people, and out of these there are 1,000 scheduled caste persons who have not been reinstated. They may be temporary working men or casual laborers, yet they were working there. So, they should be given a chance once again to serve the railways. Sir, the compensation on account of loss of property by theft and pilferage has gone up to nearly rupees 13 crores. The income from passengers and also goods transport has gone down. It has gone down because of the strike. Strikes have to be discouraged this year. They expect a little improvement in these things. Diesel has become one of the bottlenecks for the efficient running of the railways. For that also, I think the minister will try to see that there is a better relationship between his department and the Department of Petroleum, and see that the required quantity of diesel is allotted to the railways. Sir, I was telling about the compensation that the railways have to pay to the people for thefts and for pilferages in the railways. Nearly 58,000 railway police force people are working, and about rupees 12 crores are being spent on them. Sir, I am told that sometimes these railway police force people, in convenience with the gundas, have allowed these things to go on. One of the ministers who held this portfolio has made this allegation in the lower house. If that is true, then I feel the safety and the security of the passengers and their goods is not in safe hands. Therefore, I suggest that there should be frequent changes in the RPF personnel, and they could be shifted from railways to border security force. The same man should not continue for more than 3 years in the railways. If that is done, sir, I think we could expect some change in their attitude in protecting the property of the railways and protecting the goods that are transported by the railways. I feel, sir, that even alarm chain pullings on the railways have gone up to nearly 280,000 in number, and if the railway traffic people are vigilant, they can reduce it. I have also noticed cases of ticketless travel in the railways, and the ticket collectors or the guards do not take notice of it. Sometimes persons who regularly travel by train on short distances do not purchase tickets in spite of the fact that they are able to get concessional tickets. Even seasonal tickets are not renewed, and the commuters travel on the trains with the expired seasonal tickets, and the railway staff are also allow them as a matter of routine. Sir, there are 3 factors connected with industrial relations. Firstly, sir, the management and officers should know the norms of industrial relations. I do not find any training program for training how to deal with the staff or how to deal with problems expeditiously. If they do not change their outlook, if they do not attend to the grievances in time, they will ultimately accumulate and create a grave crisis, and we shall again be falling in some trap, and strikes will become an annual feature, or there will be strikes many times. Secondly, sir, there are large number of unions. Last time a meeting was called for all the unions. There are craftwise unions, station masters union, ticket collectors union, and so many others, and there is much scope for politicians and others to multiply unions, because the occupations are 700 to 800. There are only 2 federations. The railways have not taken steps to eliminate multiplicity of unions. Unless this is done, there can be no concrete results in order to make collective bargaining successful. I feel that the policy of industrial relations and industry-wise unions should extend to this. The scheduled castes and scheduled tribes want their separate union, and the tribal people also want their separate union in the railways. 1000 प्लस वर्ड डिक्टेट किए गए हैं, 100 की स्पीड है, और ये आपको SSC CND ग्रेड टेस्ट नंबर 101 के नाम से मिल जाएगा. 102 102 @100. जो @80 बोलूंगा उसका कंटेंट अलग होगा इससे. Ready? Started. Sir, the State Trading Corporation came into existence 3 years ago when the opinion in the country was very much divided. There were many doubting elements who shouted and cried that the state was embarking on an adventure which should be the close preserve of private enterprise. All these people represented the world of vested interests, but the organization was ushered in spite of their criticism of their adverse reaction, in a healthy climate of goodwill, because there were also many in the country who thought that such an organization would be able to introduce a new healthy trend in our trade and commerce, and that it would help us to build up our trade, international and national. So, sir, we have this organization for the last 3 or 4 years, and we have to look at and judge the career of this small baby which we have ushered into the economy of our country. Sir, I have looked at all the 3 reports produced by the corporation, and I was very much disappointed to find that the achievements of this organization during this period have been pitifully small. It has belied our expectations. It has defeated our hopes and desires. Sir, in the first year of its performance, this body has been able to trade to the extent of rupees 10 crores. In the second year, it has been increased to rupees 28 crores. In the third year, which we are reviewing, the achievement has gone further, and there is a turnover of rupees 35 crores or so. These figures may signify a trend in the upward direction, a favorable trend, and expansionary growth of this organization. Sir, I think one of my friends on the opposite side pointed out that this organization has been embarking upon fresh fields and new areas which should have been conveniently left in the hands of the private people. May I draw his attention to the fact that with all this huge performance that it has to its credit, the organization has been able to control less than 31% of the trade and commerce in the country. It has got on its list of trade only 43 items among countless items which are left for the private enterprise. My complaint is not that the organization is taking up new fields and new areas and is encroaching upon the domain of the private people and industrialists, but that it has not been able to go sufficiently far so that it might play a very vital, significant and far-reaching part in building up the trade and commerce of this country. Sir, the report gives evidence of the fact that the organization has been able to do certain good things which I really appreciate, good things which would otherwise have been neglected if they had been entrusted to private hands. For instance, the organization has been able to utilize the neglected small ports. It has utilized these ports for the purpose of exporting mineral ores and other goods. Again, sir, the organization has been able to bring about a certain amount of coordination between rail, road and canal transport, and it has also been able to exploit the unutilized capacities of the various modes of transport. Sir, this is all very good. We appreciate the small achievements, the small contributions the organization has made in these directions. But sir, may I point out that in the last 3 or 4 years in which the organization has been functioning, it has not been able to work in such a way as to bring about an impact on the character and nature of the trade. It has also been functioning in a very unsystematic, unplanned and indisciplined way. An organization of this type should have been much more disciplined, should have had a program, a plan of its own, a time-bound schedule. All the 3 reports do not indicate anything of this kind. The organization seems to have been making a choice of commodities in a very fitful and whimsical fashion, and the community does not know, and we do not know what commodities they are going to take up for the next year or 2 years. They have not been able to draw up a list of priorities whereby they can function in a better, methodical and systematic way. Sir, my friend, the honorable mover of this motion made out one point, that there has been too much of wastage and top heavy administration. May I point out that this wastage, this extravagant or huge expenditure is mainly due to the fact that this organization is not able to do its job properly or has not given any thought to the drawing up of any program to be kept in view either for the current year or for the subsequent years. It is painful to all of us who have had a great hope in this organization that it has failed our expectations and has not proved our anticipations. 840 वर्डों के साथ डिक्टेट किया गया, 80 की स्पीड है, इस फ्लेक्सेशन 4-5 वर्ड अपसाइड में है। ये टेस्ट नंबर 102@80 के नाम से मिल जाएगा आपको SSC C D टेस्ट सॉफ्टवेयर पे। अगर आपको इसको 9 कोमा वाली फाइल में टाइप करना है तो आप 457 नंबर के सी सोर्स से टाइप कर सकते हैं।